It has come to no surprise that I am a huge fan of the Looney Tunes. The signature blend of slapstick, witty dialogue, and iconic characters such as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Porky Pig has transformed animated comedy. Whether it's the classic cartoons from their golden age or their more recent endeavors in their latest reincarnations. When it came to going from 7-minute shorts to full-length feature films, there have been some varying results. Some, like the first Space Jam, got lucky to become a cult blockbuster during the mid-90s, while others, such as Back in Action and the new Legacy sequel, bombed harder than an Acme product. And speaking of which, even a few recent projects like Bye Bye Bunny and Coyote vs. Acme weren't given a chance to shine due to the Warner Discovery merger. But thankfully, one of those finished projects got a chance to see the light of day, with the help of Ketchup Entertainment, as we finally got to see a fully animated Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. After failing to save their home from eviction, Porky and Daffy's circumstances changed drastically when they started working at a bubblegum factory with Petunia Pig. Unfortunately, this new job led to an even stickier situation, as a malicious alien contaminated the gum to manipulate anyone who chewed it. Thus, despite the odds, and even their differences, Porky, Daffy, and Petunia must unite to thwart this gooey invasion and save not only their home, but also their home planet.
You won't take me alive. What are you? Oh, Daffy. Yo! Daffy, wake up! The subterranean spider people are real, I tell you!
One of the important factors about this movie is that this is the first ever Looney Tunes film that breaks the mold of most of its previous feature films. Firstly, it doesn't depend on blending classic cartoons with newly animated wraparounds like in the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. Secondly, it doesn't pair up the animated characters with live actors such as Michael Jordan or Brendan Fraser. And finally, this is among the rare instances where Bugs Bunny isn't the central character. Don't get me wrong, Bugs Bunny is a legendary icon in his own right. But I think it's nice to give some of the other Looney Tunes, such as Porky and Daffy, their chance to shine. Speaking of Daffy, it does feel very refreshing to see the duck go back to his zanier roots in recent years. He has been more recognized as the selfish, greedy slob compared to his rival Bugs.
It's mine, you understand? Mine! All mine! Get back in there! Down, down, down! Go, go, go! Mine, mine, mine!
But it's important to remember that Daffy started as the one who put the Looney in Looney Tunes. However, in this movie, Daffy is shown to be more than just the screwball of this comedic trio, as he is the first one to discover something suspicious about the gum they're manufacturing.
What's this? Ew! Hey, Porkman, what do you make of all this? It's probably related to the termite problem we've been putting off.
Porky Pig continues to be the cowardly straight man, yet it's great to see that despite Daffy's out-of-control nature, Porky consistently stands by the duck. And even Petunia Pig has a solid role in the movie too, as the kooky professor working on a new gum flavor while also helping Porky and Daffy stop the invasion. And all that credit goes to the remarkable voice acting of Candy Milo and especially Eric Bauza. Their performances truly bring the iconic characters to life, honoring the legacy of the late Mel Blanc, June Foray, and Joe Alasky.
You've gone completely Hollywood ever since the success of Bugsenheimer.
Now, I can understand the biggest letdown is that we only have Porky, Daffy, and Petunia in this feature, and we don't get to see some other Looney Tunes stars make at least a cameo. However, in hindsight, it's probably for the best, as it would help give these characters some arc and development.
Wooden steps must be free from holes and safe to walk on. That should work. Check.
As for the new characters, there's the villainous Invader, voiced by Peter McNichol, who is both menacing and hilarious with an unexpected motive for his scheme, and Farmer Jim, who acts as the bookend mentor to Porky and Daffy, animated in the style reminiscent to the Monty Python cartoon segments. Oh yes, this leads to another remarkable aspect of this film. This is one of the very few contemporary animated features created through hand-drawn animation. the team behind the recent Looney Tunes cartoons poured their passion into ensuring this movie remains true to the Looney Tunes golden age, especially the works of Bob Clampett. Whether it's the fast-paced energy, the over-the-top slapstick, or the manic wild takes. Not to mention there are only a few bits of CGI, but with the majority of 2D so eye-catching, the CG doesn't feel out of place. But I'm sure you're wondering about the most important factor that could make or break this film, and that is the story. Well, on the surface, it's your typical sci-fi spoof where a trio of unlikely heroes work together to stop an alien invasion. But thankfully, the way how the story is executed adds a good balance to the screwball kind of comedy. Look, given the fact that this is a Looney Tunes movie, you'd expect this film to be just 90 minutes of non-stop gags. But to my astonishment, the movie does know when to take a breather with some suspense, intense action, a few cleverly chosen pop songs, the character arcs on Porky, Petunia, and even on Daffy, and something you would never have thought to expect in a movie like this, tugging your heartstrings. Honestly, I don't know what else to say, other than I highly recommend you go out and see this in theaters while you still can. The Day the Earth Blew Up is a solid gold must-see comedy to witness, especially on the big screen. As I said at the beginning, the Looney Tunes, along with many other animated IPs such as Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network, have been suffering some serious purges under the current heads of Warner Discovery and the iron fist of David Zaslav. But it's an absolute miracle that the good folks at Ketchup Entertainment saved this film from being shelved, and the best is yet to come. As of this review, Ketchup just announced that they have purchased the much-anticipated Coyote vs. Acme, and that'll be out in theaters sometime in 2026. I think it's safe to say that even after all the purges and unfair cancellations they've been having, there's still hope for these beloved animated icons that have been giving us so much laughter for nearly a century.
I hate to be political, but release Coyote vs. Acme!